Welcome back to Bravo Mazel Mash, brought to you by S.W.O.R.D, the Superior World of Reality Discussion. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Daniel.
And it's a new year. Yay!
Woohoo!
And everything is interesting in Bravo land with the new year. Well, Teresa's home from jail.
Early.
Well, yeah. But she has to do like the whole ankle monitoring thing until February. So now, do you think that they're going to bring back Jersey Housewives, or do you think it's going to be like a straight up Teresa show?
I think they're gonna bring her back Jersey.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder if they'll do just like a Teresa, because her husband's going to leave in like March or something for his 4 years in jail. So I wonder if they'll do just like a Teresa show.
Now they're probably gonna bring back Jersey. And now he's gonna be gone.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Candy Burris from Atlanta had her baby last week. Wait. Jersey Housewives. They actually said it before. Oh, did they say that they were going to bring it back? Jersey Housewives? I missed that.
Yes.
Oh. Learn something new every day. That'll be interesting. Because she's going to get all kinds of shit, I'm sure. Like the last season, it was like everybody talking smack to her. I hope so. I love Teresa. I'm not really sure why, because she's like annoying and weird. But
are they gonna start off from the episode that they stopped it from when Teresa went to jail?
Well, no, because she'll be home for a while before they can start filming because she's on house arrest until February. That's what the whole ankle bracelet thing is. Like, she can't even leave her house. But I'm sorry you don't like her. I love her. I think she's hysterical. I'm not really sure why. Because I don't usually like people that are stupid, like unintelligent. But for some reason, she entertains me. Candy Burris from Atlanta had her baby.
Oh.
On the 7th, I guess, or something like that. Just a couple days ago. And named him Ace.
Ace. What's wrong?
For some reason, I had the Ace is the place for the helpful hardware boat. Okay, that's a weird name. I mean, I understand wanting unique names for your kids and all, so that they're not like one of the crowd, but I don't know. I guess it's better than some weird celebrity names. Some people pick some weird ass shit. I don't know. I've completely lost track of. I've lost interest in Atlanta again. I tried. I made a valiant effort. I watched many episodes.
Well, it was you stopped out after the fight.
Yeah, I think I watched one more after that. Not in order, because they don't have it on demand. But
on demand sucks.
I watched one of the Miami episodes that you didn't see.
Wait, Miami?
They went to Miami. Not Miami Housewives. The Atlanta Housewives went to Miami.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. No, I don't.
I was gonna say, when did that come back on? I didn't hear anything about that.
Like, I don't get it. Like, Kim Fields was like bawling her eyes out because the girls like wear skimpy bikinis, and she didn't want to hang out with girls. She wanted to hang out with her family only. And
well, that I can understand because you don't know any of these girls.
Yeah, but she agreed to go on the trip with them, so.
Which, in that, is her own fault.
I mean, suck it up, Buttercup. And spend your whole time bawling your eyes out about it.
Probably after this season, she's gonna quit.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know.
Do you think the K word is gonna be coming back next season?
Oh, God, I hope not. I will never get into watching Atlanta again while she's on there. Although, apparently,
what?
I just read Nini's going to be on some episodes later on in the season.
Well, no flippin' shock. Apparently,
I thought she was off. I didn't think she was coming back at all. I mean,
that's what the article said.
Apparently, I just read that she's going to be on some. No. Yeah, it was just on the Bravo Now app. I was reading an interview with Cynthia.
That sucks.
And Cynthia apparently is all best friends again with Nene. Not surprising. Stay away from Nene. She went to New York because Nene's been in Chicago, the play Chicago on Broadway, and Cynthia went to watch her, and then they went out to dinner. Ironically, with Sheree, which Nene and Sheree had a huge falling out, so that seems weird.
Who's Sheree again?
Sheree's she was brought back this season. She was on many seasons ago.
Oh yeah, the girl that only comes in the girl that someone else was moving into her neighborhood.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't remember who.
The one She Shall Not Be Named.
Oh, her. Kenya.
Shut up. Yes. Chateau Sheree that she's been building for like 5 years.
When's it gonna get done?
Well, supposedly this year, but we'll see.
Supposedly?
Well, she's been working on it a long friggin' time. But she, apparently Cynthia and Nene and Sheree all went out to dinner in New York, and Cynthia and Nene are like buds again. And the interview on the Bravo app was saying, how do you feel about Nene coming back on part of the season? Because she's going to be back on part later in the season. And Cynthia's like, oh, we're great. I can't wait, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wait, what? I mean, so far, Brandy, they said, was supposed to be like partially on Beverly Hills, but we haven't seen her at all in the 6 or 7 episodes that they've had. And now Nene, who was supposed to be off entirely, is coming back for part of the season.
What the heck is going on?
I don't know. It just seems like weird, discombobulated stuff.
Do you think Nene and Kim Fields will get along?
Well, that's kind of a trick question because I'm not really sure Nene gets along with anyone.
Well, in your perfect world, she does it.
I mean, I find her hysterical because she's kind of a twat and doesn't get along with anybody. But I don't know. Kim Fields actually seems to be getting along best with not Portia, with Phaedra.
Ah.
Which is weird. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll be continuing to watch the season. I'm looking forward to the new Potomac Housewives.
Yeah, that seems interesting.
We'll see how that goes. How do you feel about the British ones?
Why do you keep forgetting?
I don't know why I keep forgetting.
Cheshire. It's like the easiest name.
Cheshire. They call it Cheshire.
Unless if you're pronouncing it the Magali way.
Oh God, I hate Magali. Wanna mess with Magali? Don't mess with Magali. Like, what the hell? That's your tagline? That's the stupidest tagline ever. Don't mess with Magali? No mess with Magali. It doesn't even make sense. Like, I can't.
No.
She irritates me.
Yeah.
A lot. And she's got bad fashion choices. Bad.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't know. You seem to like them? Do you?
I like Dawn.
You like the show though?
Yeah, I do.
I haven't really been able to get into it, which is weird because I like the Ladies of London.
Maybe it's because the Ladies of London don't speak that much of a British accent, and these girls do.
What? Well, some of them are American in Ladies of London. Is that what you mean?
Wait.
Because half of the cast on Ladies of London were American.
I guess. That's what I was going for, but I guess so.
I don't know. I find it really hard to understand these chicks. They remind me of Lady Di, Princess Di. She, you get to a certain level of the society in England, and the accent suddenly sounds like you're drunk all the time. And it just gets really hard to understand the accent. And you're like, wait, what are they talking about? It like takes you half the time to interpret what they're saying. Like, they're speaking English, you assume, but I don't know. It's really weird.
When do they come on?
I don't know. It's kind of like when Daniel talks hard to understand. It's so mean. They don't squeak. I'm just saying. It's not a judgment. I'm just saying.
Puberty, deal with it.
I'm not a bitch. I'm learning your sons. Put your asshole sign down. Yeah, I don't know.
Wrong with them.
I don't really understand the show. They don't seem to do anything but argue about nothing.
Which is what they and Zeta do all the time.
Great. So why do I want to watch it on TV when Jasper?
It's only the mailman. Quiet.
Stop it. It's just, I don't know. It's like they haven't gone anywhere interesting. You see their houses.
Except for the castle. That was kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah. But, kinda.
Kind of ruined it with the arguing.
Exactly. But they don't argue about anything, like, important or in particular. They just seem to argue for argument's sake. You know? Like, they just drive me crazy. I don't know. I'm not really into it.
Now, here's a good question. Do you think Cheshire would be coming out with season 2 after season 1 is done?
I don't know. I don't see why they would. It's not that interesting to me. But then again,
it's only the first season, so
the down south Southern Charm has come back for multiple seasons, which astounds me because I don't find that show all that interesting either. So I have no way of predicting apparently what shows they choose to come back for multiple seasons and which ones they don't. Like, I don't understand why they got rid of Miami Housewives. That one was way more interesting than,
or maybe Washington. That was it.
They couldn't bring them back. They were like, you know, practically gonna go to prison. Jasper.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't, like, because here's my like point of reference on whether or not the show is good. If after watching a show or binge watching a couple shows, if I can't think of one thing to discuss about it, like, oh, you know, when this happened, like, what did you think about what she said about this, or who, you know, that person did that. If I can't remember a specific thing, then the show can't possibly be that entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, I know they got together, and I know they bitched, and I know they ate, and I know, like, in the last episode, one chick had a birthday party for a rabbit.
Why?
But
Lawrence, the girl that I hate.
Yeah, with the weird red hair. That's weird.
Yeah.
But that's about it. That's all I really remember from the show. They get together, they bitch, and they have weird birthday parties.
And then they go out for a massage.
Did they?
They did. In the same episode.
Oh, see, I blanked out, apparently.
You were sleeping. You were sleeping.
See, if I fell asleep, that's gotta prove that it's a terrible show. I don't ever fall asleep during reality TV.
Well, this was at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Which shows that I'm not usually asleep at 10 o'clock in the morning. Lately, you've been asleep at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Since 9:30.
Uh-huh. I've had your brother drag you out of bed at 10.
I wanted to do homework.
Oh. Don't try to excuse it away. It's a teenager thing. But yeah, it was so boring. Don't call me an asshole. I'll knock you out. I don't know. I just don't find it. I don't find it interesting at all. But
what if they recast to next season?
they got rid of McGolly and the redhead chick.
Lauren.
At least you remember their names. I don't. Dawn. I remember Dawn's name.
Well, hers is like 4 letters long.
Shut up. That's not why I don't remember their names. I couldn't care less. That's why I don't remember their names. I don't know. I mean, you know, the Housewives shows, you know, the women, they fight a lot. They do a lot of parties, but they also tend to go on vacations together, and you know, do
This-
things together outside of just. I'm gonna.
just outside of
We
the
have
town that
nothing
they're
else
in.
to do, so I'm gonna throw a birthday party for my rabbit.
My 1-year-old rabbit.
Everyone bring a gift for my rabbit. And look, I got a lot of carrots and cabbage with sweeties on it. So stupid. I can't.
Well, she only cares about herself. Quoted from from her tagline.
True. But I don't know. Whatever. Let's move on to more interesting fare.
Please.
How about Vanderpump Rules? What the hell was that?
Interesting.
Okay. Katie and Tom finally got engaged. Yay! What do you think of the whole proposal? You thought it was good?
Yeah.
So did you buy that there was somebody really proposing at the table next to them? Or you thought it was a setup the whole time?
That was a setup.
Well, clearly now it was a setup, but I actually thought it was
Then
somebody else.
Then I thought of it as well.
Yeah, I didn't recognize the girl as the one he had done the photo shoot with at first. But I thought, oh man, he's gonna have to wait till Hawaii to propose because he's not gonna want to propose, at the same time some other guy is proposing. So I thought that was interesting and a neat way to kind of break the ice and start the ball rolling, because a lot of guys, they kind of start like with, well, we've been together a long time. You're the love of my life, blah, blah, blah. Like they start off with the same kind of lame example and then pull out the ring. And I thought that was an interesting, like, unique way to start a proposal, was to be like, oh my God, look, they're getting engaged. They're going to go and steal the ring.
Of course, he would find anything like that interesting.
Although, what do you think of the box with the light in it?
That was freaky.
It was weird.
How can you fit a little tiny light bulb in there?
It's an LED. It has little LEDs. Apparently, I read an article that the jeweler designed the box so that it would have an LED, so that when he opened it, it would like cause the diamond to really sparkle. And I guess if you're gonna do it on TV, it has to do something to be
then you can't
illuminated, because you can't really see it. Yeah, you can't really see it. But I don't know. It kind of seemed cheesy to have a light in the box. Oh, like it was just a little weird. I don't know. What did you think about the whole Ariana and Tom not wanting Jax and Sheena and them to invite Kristen to Hawaii and getting all really upset about it? Like, do you think they should get over it? Do you think that they have valid points? Like, what?
First of all, I can see why Tom and Ariana don't want Kristen invited to the party, because she's she's a
bitch.
She tends to fight. I can see that, but I think they should just get over it already.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, she did make the effort to apologize to Ariana.
Mm-hmm.
And Ariana was fully within her rights to be like, you know what, that's nice for you to apologize, but I don't really believe you, because Kristen's been known to lie. So,
which is why
Kristen's annoying but always entertaining. Kristen never apologizes sincerely. Sure, this is what I'm saying. So Kristen, I can see why Ariana was like, I don't believe anything you're saying. Let actions speak louder than words. Try being sane for longer than like 5 minutes, and maybe we can move past it. But I mean, here's the thing. I can kind of understand why Kristen. Okay, no, I can't say I understand why she went so cuckoo bird, because she just went way off the deep end. But she felt justified, I think, in a lot of things, because she firmly believed that Tom and Ariana were cheating when Tom was dating her. And then to break up with Tom, and within a couple of months, he's fully in a committed relationship with Ariana, and now they're living together and everything. it would be hard to believe that they didn't do something while Kristen and Tom were still together. Like, I can see why Kristen didn't believe that, because she's like, well, look at you now. You're like fully together. She didn't have any right to take it to the weird psycho stalker places she took it, but I can see why she didn't believe them. Just like I can see why Ariana's like, dude, you wanted me to die a horrible death. You tried to ruin my relationship with Tom. You went crazy and did terrible things to Tom. So we don't want any part of you in our lives.
Mm.
But I can understand where kind of both parties are coming from. What I don't get is, like, this birthday party thing in Hawaii is supposed to be Jax and Tom's birthdays together. If everyone is acknowledging that the two special people for the day are Jax and Tom, then you cannot invite someone that Tom and Ariana actively hate. Like, that's like saying, well, I know it's your birthday too, but I'm totally going to invite your ex-wife. Like, I just have to.
Yeah,
like,
that would be weird.
That's weird. Like, you can't push them, and then you get mad at them when they're like, no, we don't want her there. It just seems
out of hand.
Yeah, it was just a weird situation. Although Sheena's kind of getting on my nerves about it. With Ariana, I can see why Ariana's like, look, Kristen's done really terrible things to me and Tom, and I don't understand why you would want to be friends with somebody like that. And then whenever somebody says that to Sheena, she gets all like, well, now I'm just going to be friends with him more. She's never done anything to me. Well, yeah, but it's about having, like, solidarity with your best friend. Like, if somebody's treating your best friend like crap,
then
you don't
crap.
Yeah, you don't go and forge, like, a great relationship with them.
Otherwise, you'll get more broken.
Well, it's also like, if they're fully capable of treating one person that you love like crap, what's to stop them from eventually treating you like crap?
Yeah.
Like, eventually something might happen where Kristen, look at when Kristen was mad at Sheena last time. She kept sending her all those texts, calling her a bitch and basically a bitch and a whore, and they weren't even really fighting about anything.
Kristen is messed up.
Yeah. So I don't know. I can get why Katie, who was BFFs with Kristen, would want to lay the hate to rest and move on. Not necessarily building another BFF relationship, but trying to be cordial and friendly. Because it's hard to give up those bonds when you were for years as close as sisters. But you can't force that on Tom and Ariana and then get mad when Tom and Ariana are like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. And now Jax has his live-in girlfriend for the minute.
Yeah.
I loved it because James is like, next year she won't be here, I bet ya. And I was like, next year? Try next week. And Daniel's like, try tomorrow. I mean, let's...
No, you said try a month. I said week, then tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Whatever. I was close. I don't know. It's just... I mean, even when his girlfriend was driving the 30-plus hours to get there, he was still trying to hit it up with Lala, being like, we just don't have to send anybody. It's so skeevy. Although I have to say,
Isn't Jax always skeevy?
Yeah. And I have to say, I never thought that there could be anyone more skeevy than Jax. But James
is definitely more.
Is definitely more skeevy and icky. He's got the ick factor.
What do you think makes him so icky than Jax?
I don't know. Like, Jax is more smooth and charming, so you can kind of see why he, can nail and bail all the chicks. But James is just kind of doesn't seem charming at all. He just seems kind of smarmy. Yeah, we were doing it. Like, We were boning. Like, it's just, I don't know. He's icky.
Yeah.
And apparently, we don't always get to watch What Happens Live because it's on late and they don't often repeat it. And we don't get time to watch it on demand with all the other shows we watch. But apparently, Lala and James were on.
Oh.
And
how did that go?
And Andy has said specifically to everyone and announced to Lisa and everybody that they will never be allowed back on. Because apparently they cursed so much, and the way the censors work is they block part of the sentence before it so that you can't tell, like, you know, sometimes when they buzz out the curse word, you can totally tell because they'll be like, fuck. So obviously they were saying fuck. And so the censors on Watch What Happens Live block out part of the sentence before. So they cursed so often that 3/4 of the show was bleeped out. And in the middle of the show, Andy kept saying to them, could you please stop cursing? Like, seriously, you're getting on my nerves with it. Like, stop. And they wouldn't. And they just kept at it and getting worse and worse. And
now they're not allowed back on.
Now they'll never be allowed back on.
Wow.
Yeah, they tried apologizing via Twitter, which, you know, it's like the way to go with apologies.
Anything that includes not face-to-face is not an actual apology. Not an actual apology.
That's true. If you want to really apologize, do it face-to-face. I'm not sure Andy would sit with them face-to-face, but I think what they will be back on. Well, apparently Andy was like stoked to have them on because, you know, they've been such an interesting part of the show this season.
You think?
Lala with her loose skirt and James with his weird quirks in the bedroom. And so he was like so excited to get them on. And then like he talked to James beforehand and James said he was so excited that he hadn't slept all night before, blah, blah, blah. And then they come out on the show and they were just like,
beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. And it's not even a beep. They just block it out. So it's muted.
Oh, like
silence.
Right.
So that made it really not an interesting show to watch. And apparently a lot of the viewers were complaining and emailing and calling in and, you know, writing in that, you know, how, you know, why do we even bother watching a show if we're not going to be able to listen to any of it? Like, what's the point? Which isn't good for business. I don't know. I mean,
well, it was
at first when I saw the headline, Lala and James will not be asked back on, I thought they were talking about Vanderpump Rules. And yeah, I was like, whoa, really? Because they seem like such a big part of this season that I was shocked. But then I found out it was Watch What Happens Live. But honestly, if they continue to be such a major point of contention around which everything else goes on the show, I can't see them not ever coming back on Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah. No.
Maybe not together.
You think?
You know, maybe they won't ever come back on together, but I can't see Andy never having them back on at all. You know? It just seems like that would be a bad choice when so many people have so many questions for them. So do you think James is just going to show up in Hawaii?
I think Kristen will, not James.
Oh, really?
She wasn't invited to.
But they told her explicitly not to come. You think they both will? I don't know, because Kristen seemed like she got it with when Sheena and Katie went over and they were like, listen, we don't like to be the bearer of bad news, but you can't come to Hawaii. And Kristen's like, yeah, thanks, Tom and Ariana. I can't go to Hawaii now. So it seemed like she recognized that she couldn't go. Whereas James, who actively hates Jax. You would think he wouldn't want to be anywhere near them. I think the only point he wants to go is to make sure Jax and Lala don't get closer together. But while Lala's beautiful, she's icky. She's skanky. I don't understand. Like, that loses a lot of her appeal, in my opinion. You like Lala? Why? Because she's hot? She's hot. I like to drink. No, she's entertaining. I mean, I like to drink and have a good time, and hot. But there gets to be a point, if you're constantly, don't mess with the teenager's brain, please. If you're constantly drinking to the point where you don't remember an evening and it's like a regular occurrence, that's called having a drinking problem.
Yeah.
Learn how to drink water, Daniel.
It wasn't me. I was laughing while drinking water.
Well, it's probably where you were remembering the whole slamming conversation. Let me tell you how scarred I became when we watched the last episode, and we were talking about how I find James so icky and smarmy, and Daniel goes, "That's because he likes slamming," and I'm like, "No, pounding. That's what you said.
Pounding it.
He likes pounding it," and I'm like, "What the fuck? I can't believe you just said that." I was like so in shock, and I'm just like sputtering, and I'm like, "What? I can't believe you just said that." And Daniel goes, "Well, yeah, but we know he likes to drink." And I'm like, totally not what I thought you were saying, but that's true. I was scarred mentally for like 20 minutes. It was bad. I couldn't believe you had said such a thing. That's it. You're not watching these shows anymore. They're bad influence. My God. I can't. I can't. Anywho. All right. Beverly Hills?
Yeah. We didn't talk about that yet.
Da, da, da. So
finally, about like the second episode, they talk about Kim.
Yeah, they finally talked about Kim being arrested for, although they said it was $600 worth of toys, and that's not what I read in any of the articles. I thought it was just like random paraphernalia shit from Target. I never heard it was all toys.
They said it was like a cart full of something. It was like a cart full. That's what they said.
Yeah. That's a lot of shit to be buying at Target for. Target's like Walmart. It's hard to spend $600 at Target. Well, it's a little bit more expensive than Walmart. But still, $600, that's a lot of shit.
Isn't Kim like rich or something?
I'm not sure. I don't think so, because she's spent so many years on the bottle that because I remember like the first couple of seasons, Kyle said that Kim had gotten so bad with her money that Kyle and Maurizio were doing all of her balancing her checkbooks and paying the bills and everything for her.
Throw her in the deep end.
Well, that's what the first season, when they got that big fight in the limo, that's when Kyle was like, "That's it, we're not helping you anymore, because forget about it." And Kim hasn't really worked. I mean, let's face it, she did Sharknado. Woo! How much did that pay? Really?
$5.
Yeah. So it's not like she's had a good steady stream.
Like seriously, you got like 5 male deer walking around. What?
Oh, $5. I get it. I'm like, deer. Wrong with her deer in Sharknado. I mean, admittedly, I only saw part of Sharknado 3 because I wanted to see Kim in it. But what? But yeah, I mean, it's not like she's had good steady work all these years. Yeah, she was a child actress, and she had a lot of stuff in the 80s. But it's been a long time since then.
Sure.
So I don't know. We'll see. But I still feel I like that Kyle isn't spending a lot of time talking about it. Like, she's always been a little closed-mouthed about Kim, let's face it. But now that Kim's not on the show, it seems like even when the ladies bring it up as if it's going to be like the big thing of the day, Kyle's like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, let's just let it go. And that means it's not the big deal it could be. Like, all of last season surrounded friggin' Kyle.
Well, Kim's. She did say in last season that they learned to push family issues under the rug. No,
they always pushed it under the rug. It was by doing the show they started to talk about them and out in the open. So.
Okay, I gotta stop drinking this water.
Yeah, what is with you with the water? Jeez. You're gonna have to pee in a minute. What do you think the whole Munchausen thing?
Do you think she has Munchausen?
I don't think so. I mean, okay, let me say. I didn't think so even when Lisa brought it up. Munchausen's a psychological issue where people have been known to cause severe harm, like rip out stitches, break their own legs, things like that, in order to have to go to the hospital, and that garners like sympathy from everybody. Munchausen by proxy are the people who kill.
I don't know if she has.
I don't think she has it at all. The Munchausen or Lyme?
Probably not.
Yes.
Munch.
Yeah. No. So, like, you would think that she would. I didn't think she had it at all when Lisa brought it up, because I've seen some pretty bad cases of people with Munchausen. But when she started talking about how her kids now supposedly have the same form of Lyme, and that she's pushing them to get the same weird, wacky treatments she's getting, then that kind of made me go, wait a minute. That's
Lisa Vanderpump has diagnosed
delusions of the mind. Yeah. Well, Lisa Vanderpump didn't like the conversation. It was Lisa Rinna, which I guess isn't that surprising, who brought up the whole Munchausen. But I don't think she has Munchausen. I don't think she has Lyme either. She might have had Lyme in conjunction with something else like fibromyalgia or whatever. But I would have no doubts right now that it's the cure that's killing her. All the shit she's taken. Your body can only process so much crap, you know?
Yeah.
And now she's getting teeth ripped out and her breast implants taken out, and like it's like she's doing all these really, and she had the stem cells. Like, there's a reason they're not allowed in the U.S., and that's because they haven't been proven safe.
What do you think she has?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's fibromyalgia. It would account for all of her symptoms. Or even multiple sclerosis.
Why doesn't she go down to like one of those like southern doctors? The ones that use herbs.
Like what, a witch doctor?
The ones in the south. The ones they use herbs, don't they?
What? They have regular doctors in the south. What are you talking about?
You said there were some doctors in the south that use herbs.
Well, like, well, no, they have like natural healers. Like, that's what she's going to.
Oh.
But she's taking so bloody many of them that it's just, there's no way your body can process all that shit. I mean, it's just crazy.
Which is probably why she looks so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
All we know is it's not Munchausen or Lyme.
I don't think it's Munchausen. And like I said, Lyme could be a part of it. Like, she could have had Lyme because she did do a lot of outdoor stuff, you know, with horses and stuff like that. And you can get Lyme.
Right.
But, I mean, now I think it's just all this wacky doodle, like, treatments that she's managed to put it, she did like a barometric pressure tank.
What's that?
Like, where, you know, with deep sea divers, all the pressure. Well, they have tanks that can simulate all that pressure on the body.
Doesn't that hurt?
Into it. Not really. I mean, I think it's claustrophobic. I don't think it really hurts. And then she's done the cryo where they freeze your body. They put them in like a freezing cold like thing for a very short.
What are they trying to do? Kill the worm or something?
I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, and then not only. I mean, I could see if you do one of these treatments and then wait a while and then try another. But she does all these back to back. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then she flew out to like Korea or whatever she did it for the stem cells. And then she had all of her teeth ripped out. And then now she's getting the breast surgery done. And these are all like major things. And your body is just taking hit after hit after hit.
Sometimes the body's just not going to work anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a limit on what your body can digest.
It's crazy. And I can understand.
All the flipping crud that she's going through, her body ain't going to go through it.
Right, at some point it's just going to be like, all right, enough, lady. Jesus. But I can see why people are confused by her happy selfie, sick selfies that she does on Instagram all the time. Like, she'll take all the pictures on the boat of her being like, woohoo! And then the next one is her, like, looking like she's about to die in a hospital.
Yeah. Doesn't that scar her children, though?
What, seeing her so sick?
Yeah.
Well, her children are mostly all adults, but...
Still.
Yeah. But unless she's doing it on purpose with something like Munchausen, then it's not really her choice to be sick. Although it's weird because you see her and David together, and so far this season they've been very lovey-dovey.
Don't know why they divorced.
And now they're getting divorced. I don't know. I mean, I know what it was like for me when I was sick with my blood condition. My ex-husband was there through all of it, and I'll never forget that when we were getting divorced, he said that I didn't show enough appreciation for him sticking with me through my illness. And I was like, well, you're right, because duh. Like, we were like married, and that's what you're supposed to do. So while I appreciate that you were there, I mean, I didn't think I had to like bow down in abject gratitude over it. So you have to wonder if David is a part of him, maybe not even the acknowledged surface mind, but subconsciously like, all right, enough already. This is just friggin' ridiculous. Because he's so busy with work and stuff. He had a partner who could travel the world with him and do all of his work with him and party with him and be the wife he needed in those situations. And for the last couple of years, almost from the time they got married, she's not done that. So it's kind of like backing out of the deal a little bit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And especially since it's not like cancer or a broken bone. It's this ambiguous, like,
flipping disease.
Weird.
Did you just touch your paw?
Yeah. Weird disease. So I can see why he might be like, all right, you know what? Enough. Let's move on.
Right.
You devote yourself to your illness and needs another orange. Yeah. She's too asleep to eat an orange.
You want an orange? Nope. She's like,
you're such a weirdo. Princess, what doggies eat oranges? That's so odd. These are halos, but still. I'm like dead weight on my arm. I don't know.
want an orange?
What do you think of the new chick?
Erica?
Yeah.
Why does she keep talking to herself in third person?
Oh my god, there is like one thing guaranteed to make me hate you. Talk about yourself constantly in the third person. And, do it with like a split personality. Erica Girardi's going to the Hamptons. Erica whatever is going to make her gays happy. I don't know. I mean, Erica Jane.
Yeah, Jane.
Erica Jane and Erica Girardi. Ugh, she's just so fake. I can't take it.
She has two halves of herself. This half is Jane, the other half is Girardi.
Yeah, but neither half seem very real.
Yeah.
Shady.
Shady would never talk like that.
Shady like that. Ah, stop! Shady would smack Shady if Shady ever said that. I can't. It's like the most irritating thing in the world. Shannon doesn't feel like doing that right now. What? Who talks like that?
Everybody
Plus,
probably.
that she constantly throws out the things like, "Oh, I'm gonna get on my plane, or I'll get on my little plane, and I'll meet you at the little plane. You take the big plane." Like, it's like talking about how expensive something is. It's a little uncouth and not polite, you know?
Yeah. What?
What?
What? Oh,
You
what?
said what, not me. Did you space out for a minute?
I guess.
I don't know. I can't take it with her fake blonde hair and her fake boobs and her fake outfits that are so weird. And then she was so upset that, like, the girls were all shocked that she's married to this, like, friggin' 76-year-old guy. She's like, "Oh my God, come on, please." Like, well, hello. You can't joke about the fact that you're flying on a plane or you have expensive clothes because you quote unquote worked for it.
Didn't work for it.
Well, she's saying she like worked for it. Like with her husband.
I'm not asking.
Put in the work.
You
can't. So you therefore calling yourself basically a hoe. You can't therefore get mad when you say you're married to a 76-year-old and all the women then assume you married him for money. Because, like, it might be the best love match in the world, but you kind of come off sounding like you did it for the money. Especially when she can't even get him to have lunch with her every day. Like,
well, she did say that he's busy with work.
Yeah. Like
that's like every woman that's
been with Hugh Hefner. Well, yeah.
Who? Who's Hugh Hefner? Hefner, whatever her last name is.
Him. He owned Playboy. Good magazine. It's going out of business now.
Oh.
So sad. Aww. No, but he like lived the last like, I don't know, 30 years wearing only like a robe and silk pajamas. Like he goes everywhere in a robe and silk pajamas, which is really weird. Yeah. But he's like 80 and he's got girlfriends who are always in their like 20s. It's just
cougar much?
Yeah. Well, I don't think you can be called a cougar when you're a guy going after younger girls. I think then you're just called lucky. It's a woman who's older going after younger guys who's a cougar. I don't think the reciprocal applies.
Whatever.
I don't know. It's weird. I just know I thought it was
creepy.
skeevy on him. I think it's skeevy with Erica Girardi. Although I have to say he doesn't look 76. He looks a lot younger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's held up well, but I almost like wet myself when Lisa Vanderpump though was like, "Well, how's he in the sack?"
This is looking up at you like, what?
No, hey baby. I mean,
who
attention. Asks that to somebody you don't know? Like, so is your husband? Is he really bad in bed? Like, who? All right, Jasper, get off me. I'm getting crowded by all you. You're all so hot. I swear to God, for such small dogs, you're like super warm. Hey, Bubba. I don't really understand asking somebody that unless you just want to be obnoxious. Which, let's face it,
Everybody
I think Lisa
is.
did. I think she just wanted to be obnoxious about it.
Yes, please, Jasper, be a foot warmer. My feet are cold.
Well, you could try wearing socks. Saying. One of those little inventions that help keep your feet warm.
Who needs socks when you got a white dog that's a foot warmer?
Well, you have that. I want to move to California though, because it seems like it's always warm there, and I hate the friggin' winter time.
Yeah. I hate these below flipping 0 flipping degrees.
Flippin', I agree. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't think I'd care about Erica Girardi being a member of the team, though. I mean,
Do you think she's gonna make it one season?
Well, she'll make one season because they already finished it.
Whatever.
Do I think she'll make a second season?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, they might have her come back if she and Lisa get in. The only way I can see it is if she and Lisa get into a big fight to see who's Queen Bee. Because that's what happened with Brandy at first. Lisa and Brandy really didn't get along and clashed. And then when they came back, they were like BFFs for like a season or two. And then they didn't
Clashed
get along again. But so it'd be interesting to see if that occurs. But it seems like Erica Girardi is going to be clashing more with Lisa Rinna, who just has a big mouth, which she admits. Do you think Lisa Vanderpump had a right to be upset for the girls leaving the hotel?
She had no right whatsoever.
No.
No.
Especially when they got there and it was loud as hell right outside their rooms.
You would definitely leave.
Oh, I'd leave in a heartbeat. I'd be like, sorry. I wouldn't even say sorry. I'd be like, dude, I couldn't sleep. I was hungry. I went where I could sleep. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Lisa V has a stick up her
British bum. I love Lisa V. I don't even know why, but I like her.
Is it because of her British accent? Or is it because of Jiggy?
It might be because of Jiggy.
And
that is the ugliest, cutest dog ever.
I don't even know what breed of dog Jiggy is.
I'm not sure, but he's really ugly, but kind of cute. Like one of those, like he might so be ugly, like he's got to be cute. No, he's not a Yorkie. He's like a Pomeranian or something. I don't know.
Why, if
Jiggy's is constantly like.
If Jiggy's a boy, why does Lisa dress him up in pink?
Because this is Lisa.
Okay, never mind.
I found the frilly, like, lacy number he had on for the white party stranger than the purple. It was purple, not pink.
No, it was pink with purple flowers.
It looked purple to me. It didn't look pink.
It was purple.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. It was purple.
I mean, pink. Whatever.
No, it was purple. I'm pretty sure.
If you watch when Jiggy is trying to get to the door, you can see the whole thing except for the flowers is pink.
I don't know. I thought
the front looks purple because there's flipping flowers going around his neck.
Okay, well, I'll take your word for it, but I thought it was purple. Either way, who cares? I mean, he's a dog. I'm pretty sure he despises wearing those outfits in general. It doesn't matter to him what fucking color they are.
Just like
Plus, aren't most dogs colorblind anyway?
I think a dog's a flipping dog doctor. I don't know. What? Veterinarian, whatever.
Or a flippin' veterinarian, if I might. Just add that in. I don't know. I mean, I didn't really understand why Lisa got so pissed off, except for that she was like I think Kyle said she was mad that she couldn't be at the house with the other girls so they could hang out. She was stuck at the hotel.
She had a reason to fight to them to say, why didn't you wait for me? But for everything else, no.
Yeah, I agree. But I can see why the girls didn't want to wait either. If they got there on the red eye, that means they left at like midnight and they flew all night and they were tired and they wanted sleep. And who knew when Lisa was arriving? So they probably were like, dude, we'll catch up with you later. You know, I don't know. It just seems.
Sorry, Lisa. Find a better motel that has room service.
Yeah.
And less
well,
noise.
I mean, she didn't choose the hotel. I guess it was the magazine that she was on were the ones that made all the arrangements. So she didn't really have any say in the matter. But I don't know. I didn't think she had a right to really be so put out that the other women chose to get a house rather than stay in a hotel that was like loud with the booming bass. They were all showing their ages a little bit, but whatever. Not a big deal. I don't know.
What do you think about Rena's germaphobe? Great. Why did I ask?
Well, who else do you know is a germaphobe? She started wiping down the room with the wipes, and I'm like, oh my god, it's the same thing I do. So I didn't have a problem with that. It's smart. I mean, do you know like how many germs are in a hotel room? It's nasty.
Yes, but still, it's something called room service.
Yeah, but they don't always clean as good as they should. I mean, there's some hotels where like it's been proven that they don't even change the bedding every time. So you go, like they've gone in with like black lights and stuff and shown where there's like stuff smeared all over the bed from the last person. All right, hold on. All right, I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
So for Bravo Mazel Mash, I'm Shannon.
And I'm Daniel. Let me just get the stuff off.
We'll see you next time. Cheers.